Hello everyone, welcome to Java tutorials. This is chapter number 9. In this chapter we are going to discuss the concept loop control in Java. There may be a situation when you need to execute a block of code several number of times. In general, statements are executed sequentially. The first statement in a function is executed first, followed by the second, and so on. Programming languages provide various control structures that allow for more complicated execution paths. A loop statement allows us to execute a statement or group of statements multiple times, and following is a general form of a loop statement in most of the programming languages. As we can see in the picture, if the condition is true, then the code is executed, and if the condition is false, it directs to another place. But if the condition is true again, the conditional code executes. Java programming language provides the following types of loop to handle looping requirements: while loop, for loop, DoWhile loop. Let's start with the while loop. A while loop statement in Java programming language repeatedly executes a target statement as long as a given condition is true. The syntax is while, braces, expression, and number of statements. Here statements may be a single statement or a block of statements. The condition may be any expression, and true is any non-zero value. When executing, if the Boolean expression result is true, then actions inside the loop will be executed. This will continue as long as the expression result is true. When the condition becomes false, program control passes to the line immediately, following the loop. Here, key point of the while loop is that the loop might not ever run. When the expression is tested and the result is false, the loop body will be skipped and the first statement after the while loop will be executed. This is a simple example of while loop. And the second type of loop is a for loop. A for loop is a repetition and control structure that allows you to efficiently write a loop that needs to be executed as a specific number of times. A for loop is useful when you know how many times a task is to be repeated. Syntax is for initialization, Boolean expression, update, and statements. Here's the flow of control in a for loop. The initialization step is executed first and only once. This step allows you to decide or declare and initialize any loop control variables, and this step ends with a semicolon, as we can see. Next, the Boolean expression is evaluated. If it is true, the body of the loop is executed. If it is false, the body of the loop will not execute and control jumps to the next statement past further for loop. After the body of the for loop gets executed, the control jumps back to the update statement. This statement allows you to update any loop variable values. This statement can be left blank with a semicolon at the end. The Boolean expression is now evaluated again. If it is true, the loop executes and the process repeats. Body of loop, then update step, the Boolean expression. Then after the Boolean expression is false, the for loop terminates. A simple example. A class test where we have a for loop, int x equals 10, which is a initialization, and x less than or equal to 15, which is the expression we have here, and x equals x plus 1. So every time the for loop executes, the x value is incremented. So initial value of x is 10. So the first output is 10, and second time when the for loop is executing again, x plus 1, that's 10 plus 1, now the x value is 11, it is still less than 15, and so on. We have 5 values printed. When x is equal to 15, 15 is not less than 15, hence the loop breaks at 14. The next loop is do-while loop. A do-while loop is similar to a while loop, except that a do-while loop is guaranteed to execute at least one time. Following is the syntax of a do-while loop. Do statements while Boolean expression. Notice that the Boolean expression appears at the end of the loop. So the statements in the loop execute once before the Boolean is tested. If the Boolean expression is true, the control jumps back up to the statement, and the statements in the loop execute again. This process repeats until the Boolean expression is false. We have a simple example here where the int value is declared as 10, and we have a do while where system.out.println value of x and x is printed, so value of x, and 10 is the first expression which is going to the output which is going to print, and it reaches to while x less than 20, and x is incremented in the main while. So 10 plus 1, that's 11, 11 less than or equal to 20, so we have a 11 printed, and so on. It continues until 19. Next topic is loop control statements. Loop control statements change execution from its normal sequence. When execution leaves a scope, all automatic objects that were created in that scope are destroyed. Java supports the following control statements: break statement and switch statement. A break statement terminates the loop or switch statement and transfers execution to the statement immediately following the loop or switch. Continuing statement causes the loop to skip the remainder of its body and immediately retest its condition prior to reiterating. A break statement with example. The break statement in Java programming language has the following two usages. When the break statement is encountered inside a loop, the loop is immediately terminated and the program control resumes at the next statement following the loop. We have a following simple example where we have an array of numbers 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. For int x equals numbers x, if x equals 30, then break system.out.println, that's 10, 20. When x equals 30, the program breaks and it does not print anything. The continue statement. The continue keyword can be used in any of the loop control structures. It causes the loop to immediately jump to the next iteration of the loop. In a for loop, the continue word causes control to immediately jump to the update statement. In a while loop or do while loop, the control immediately jumps to the Boolean expression. So as we can see, we have a for loop and the same previous example with an array numbers 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. When x is equal to 30, it continues the code and it jumps the 30 and it continues the code from 40 and 50. So that's how you can use the continue statement and the break statement. Enhanced for loops. As of Java 5, the enhanced for loop was introduced. This is mainly used to traverse collection of elements including arrays. Syntax is following is the syntax of enhanced loop. For loop, for declaration, colon, expression, statements. Well, that's the end of the tutorial. We hope you enjoyed our tutorial on different loops in Java. We'll get back with more tutorials in Java. Until then, have a nice day. Thank you.